Okay, before we begin, let us take a moment to bring our hands together in veneration. Our teacher, our master, is the father of loving kindness and compassion. He showed us a way to free ourselves from all the sufferings or the shackles of this samsaric journey. He showed a way to liberate ourselves from this samsaric journey, reminding ourselves the nobleness of our teacher, unfathomable and vanquished teacher. Let's bring our palms together in veneration of the Supreme Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Hope you all are doing good. And so, dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm back at the monastery. And yes, and Guru Handra gave me an advice that since I'm staying here for 1 month in the monastery, I can focus on contemplating rather than doing merit works. So we have done enough merits going around the world. So what Guru Handra asked me to lock yourself in the Valimalu. So yes. So these days I'm spending more time on Valimalu. He locked me in the Valimalu. So that's our teacher. I know that you don't have time, and you don't have time to do merit works, you don't have time to do contemplation. So what we can say, I'm sure that I will end the journey, and then I can say goodbye to you because you're going to stay and you're going to lock yourself here, not in the Valley Malwa, but in this samsara. So ladies and gentlemen, you have to make sure that you are actively engaged in practicing the path. You have to make sure that you are doing it honestly, that you practice the path honestly, because this is something that you have to do. It's not that I can't do for yourself. You have to save yourself. You are the one who can save yourself, not me, not your teacher, not Guru Hamiro, not Amadasana Theru. So ladies and gentlemen, we can see so many people, billions of people that live around the world, that they don't have any idea what they have to do as a human being. Luckily, we got a teacher, we found a teacher because of the merits that we have done since we were born. The merits that we have done in the past lives have guided us to find the true teacher who can show us the reality, who can show us what Buddha has explained to you, to this world. Because of that, ladies and gentlemen, now we are here, we are experiencing, we are realizing, we are slowly discussing the reality, what actually happens in the world, what actually happens on the other side, and what actually happens right now. So ladies and gentlemen, just before we start this session, Mr. Hasith contacted me, and then I know that when you start this journey, sometimes these sermons, these sessions, you will find that they are going so deeper and deeper, you won't understand anything. But just keep listening, because it will take some time you to realize what we discuss. So I invite you to just listen and try to understand what you can understand, because this takes time. It's not something that you can do it within 1 or 2 sessions, 3 sessions. It takes time to realize, to go deeper and deeper, because we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment, I'm also going through this journey. That's why, so our teachers are guiding us. So I'm earning merits by explaining what I realized to you. At the same time, you earn merits by listening to what we discuss here. Because the moment that you spend your time on try to understand yourself, try to understand what actually happens right now, that's the moment you earn most amount of merits. The Buddha has explained in the one of the sutras that he has explained, when you offer something to a dog or an animal, you earn some merits. The power of that merits is lower than the merits that you offer something to someone who is trying to achieve salvation. You can see all the other the people, they haven't found what truly happens in the world, but they are trying to find. They are doing some like research to find what actually happens. So you will earn more merits than giving to an animal, by giving to someone who really wants to achieve salvation, who is searching for that. And compared to that, you will earn more merits if you can offer to someone who has realized the Dhamma, who has found what Buddha has explained, and they are following, and who is following what Buddha has explained. So you will earn more merits by giving to Mahasangha. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, if you can spend your time to understand the Dhamma, to realize the Dhamma, by listening to the Dhamma, by giving the Dhamma, that is the moment you will earn most amount of merits. So, ladies and gentlemen, think about the Buddha's aspirant who did a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice to achieve this goal of Buddhahood. You know that the moment, just before the moment that he realized the Dhamma, that means the moment before that he is enlightened, that is the moment he earned, most amount of merits. Just a moment before he enlightened. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, if you contemplate anicca dukkha anatta, if you realize anicca dukkha anatta, if you can think about anicca dukkha anatta, if you can spend your time reflecting what actually happens this world, what is truly exists here, then that the moment that you reflect, these are the moments that you will earn most amount of merits. So I want you to involve in merits, not only contemplating. Because if you can't contemplate, you can offer something to Mahasangha, offer to Sasana. Because in order to understand the Dhamma, in order to realize the Dhamma, you need to have the strong connection with Mahasangha Sasana. You need to have a strong connection with Sasana, Dhamma. That connection, you can establish that connection by offering something you have. I'm not asking anything from you, for me, myself. I'm asking if you can offer something that it doesn't matter whether you have money or you have time or you can spend some time, you can help people to spread the Dhamma, spread the message, something that you can involve in, right? If you can join, if you can offer something to Sasana, then that's the moment you get strong connection. That's the moment you build the strong connection with Sasana. I want you to reflect on this. I want you to think about this. Think about the way that you can establish this connection. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have much time to play. We don't have much time to go here and there and looking for things. Because our life is too short. If you can invest your time, if you can invest your time and if you can invest whatever that you have to the Sasana, then that investment is the only investment that you're doing. That's something worth that you can do out of your life. All the other things that you do, they are utter waste of time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, you can live a comfortable life, but at the end of the day, you still need to live more. At the end of the day, at your dying breath, you still want to live more. If you still want to live more, ladies and gentlemen, then what's the point of living comfortable life for 100 years? Let's say you live for 200 years. You found a way to extend your death, like I don't know how to say that. Extend, not extend. You found the scientists have invented that now life expectation is now 100, 200 years. Wow, wonderful, good, excellent. So what are you going to take out of 200 years? Ladies and gentlemen, you won't take tuppence or the thing out of your life, even if you live for 200 years. Right now you have your 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years, sometimes 70 years. I don't know whether 70 people are here. They might be in the black boxes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, think about if you lived 70 years, then what are you going to take out of your life? After 70 years, still if you want to live longer, then what have you done to your life? What have you taken to you by spending that life? That's why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are investing a lot of time and money, and they invest a lot to achieve, to gain something. Actually, doesn't even value. It has no value with it. And you spend all your life. At the end of the day, you didn't get anything. Any single thing, a tuppence worth of thing out of your life. But you have spent your life. You have spent your life, you have spent your valuable human life. I want to reflect. These are the basic things that you have to reflect every day. These are the basic things, basic points that you have to reflect every day in order to keep you in this journey, in this path. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, you don't feel that you are actually doing something. And otherwise, you will digress from the path. You can enjoy your life. You can go here and there and out there, and you digress from the path and you don't know what you're doing. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, anything you can contribute to the Sasana. Sasana protects you. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that it's not the words, it's not the Dhamma that I discuss here that help you to help you to understand the reality. It's your merits. Because whatever that I explains here, it cannot be transferred through this internet. It's your mind who receives the vibrations. It's your mind that creates the image of Swamin Wahanse. It's your mind that creates the sound of the Swamin Wahanse. It's your mind which has the meaning That what we discuss here, what I explain here. Your mind is giving the meanings, right? That means, ladies and gentlemen, whatever that you experience, whatever that you understand, it's totally depends on your merits. Depends on the merits that you have done in your life, that you will understand the Dhamma. Wisdom cannot be transferred through talks, ladies and gentlemen. Wisdom can only be transferred. Talks are helping you to gain the wisdom, but wisdom cannot be transferred through talks. It's totally your merits will guide you to understand the path, practice the path, understand the Dhamma. So that's why day-to-day life, when you spend your life, make sure that you invest your time involving merits, meritorious activities, that you can help and you can rejoice. You can watch whatever the videos that people donate things to Swami Wahanse's Sangha Mahasasana. You can see alms givings. I mean, when you watch something like that, YouTube video as well, that moment that you watch someone is offering something, you can rejoice with that merit. You don't have to offer anything. But when you watch something that someone is offering merits, then that moment, ladies and gentlemen, you gain merits. That's why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's not something that you have to spend your money, but if you can invest your time and money and whatever that you have, because sasana, when you have the connection with the sasana come back to you. Not only by explaining Dhamma, ladies and gentlemen, but you will get more time, more opportunity to associate Swami Nuances, to associate Swami Nuances, to associate the noble friends. That's why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you have to make sure that you invest your time to the sasana. By contemplating the Dhamma, by listening to the Dhamma, by offering the Dhamma, by helping to spread this message across the borders. And when I come back to the monastery, ladies and gentlemen, when I came back, I have noticed that all the Swami Nuances have developed very well. Their understanding of the Dhamma, their reflection, and they discuss deeper the points in the Dhamma. They understand now. Most of the Swami Nuances, they are fully on it now. That's why I'm so happy about the monastery. Monastery is actually, everybody is trying to find the true meaning of their lives. Everybody sacrificed their life. Everybody is working hard. They work socks off days and nights. I want you to join with us. I want you to join this party, the party that ends all the parties. Isn't it? Hmm? This is the only party that, ladies and gentlemen, you can join, right? That ends all parties that you spend, you do in your life. See, nobody invite me for parties now. Those days, so many parties. We have birthday parties, surprise parties, that party, this party, so many parties. Now I'm so lucky, ladies and gentlemen. I don't nobody invites me. You know why? Because I'm wearing only one thing every day. So it's very boring to see me. Right? Every day I'm wearing only the same thing again and again. Every day you can see the same color. So there's no difference. The bald head, nothing. I have done nothing on my hand. Only one arm bald with this, and also begging. To the society, Mahasangha is actually looks like worthless. But ladies and gentlemen, we are the ones. We have the Dhamma. We are the ones who can protect you. Mahasangha is the only refuge we have, because we don't have the Buddha right now. We don't have the Dhamma right now. I mean, we have the Dhamma because of the Mahasangha. We don't have the Buddha. But Mahasangha is the key component that takes this message through the lineage of teachers. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you will find so many ways to support to the sasana. Continue to do that. I want you to involve in merits. If you don't understand the Dhamma, the only thing that you can do is involve in merits. Try to involve in merits. Try to do merits as much as possible. Because it worked for me, it should work for you. If this Dhamma is go so deeper and deeper and you don't understand, what you have to do, just patient, right? Be patient and involve in merits. Do that, you will understand what I'm telling you, what I explain here. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you start offering water to the Buddha, that offering is actually providing it establishes the connection between sadhana and you. Offering water establishes the connection between sadhana and you, ladies and gentlemen. Every day we do that. In our Sanghāvāsa, we have Satapināvāsa, we call, and then there's another hall, we call it Boksāvāsa. You know that Boksāvāsa means? It's in Sinhala, it's English and Sinhala word, mixed word. Avasa means the place that monks resides, right? Monks' residence. In Sinhala, we call Avasa. And Boksāvāsa means we have small 1.5 feet, 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet the boxes which it's lockers. We don't have any doors. It's open lockers that keep our stuff. Everybody can see whatever that we have, right? So in the Boksāvāsa, we have a Buddha statue and a place to offer things. Now Swamin Wahanses have, Swamin Wahanses have developed now because high ordained monks can't pick flowers from trees. They can't take pluck flowers from trees. So because of the rules, because of the vinaya, because of the disciplines. But Samanera Swamin Wahanse, they can do that. So they go everywhere and they collect flowers from all the places in the monastery, and they bring to offer. Then they offer us, okay, Swamin Wahanse, you can offer flowers to the Buddha as well. Likewise, ladies and gentlemen, everybody is doing merits. And there's another Swamin Wahanse who is well capable of, he knows a lot of medicines. We have a huge monastery, like huge area, the forest area. So that's Swamin Wahanse, every morning he is going around the jungle and he collect all these herbal medicines. And yes, he is the one who provide indigenous medicines to the Swamin Wahanses. So everybody is involved in merit, ladies and gentlemen. Think about, you can offer some alms, right? Only once we come to you, right? These Swamin Wahanses, every day they cook alms, they cook meals, they provide medicine. In the hospital, you can see the Swamin Wahanses who work in the hospital. They always look after Swamin Wahanses, monks. We all are practicing the path. I'm honest to my teacher. I know that I'm practicing the path. Otherwise, I can't stay in this monastery because it's so expensive to stay inside. That's what I think. You have to spend a lot of money, not money, the merit money, to spend some time inside, ladies and gentlemen. Because everybody is offering, everybody is involved in merits. And everybody is practicing the path, everybody is honest to the path, everybody is engaged to the path, everybody is following the teacher, everybody is listening to the Dhamma, everybody is spending their whole life since they were from the morning to night practicing the path and offering alms and involving merits. Today, actually, Monday and Tuesday, we usually do all the constructions. So I know that you all have contributed. The Australian and New Zealand team, they donated money to construct the 𝗃𝗏𝗃 where the place that monks do the disciplines, chant the disciplines and clean themselves using there are some rituals. So we have to build a separate place for that. At the moment, we don't do it in the separate place. We do those things in the main hall. So that 𝗃𝗏𝗃, at the moment, everybody is now they have given priority to build that 𝗃𝗏𝗃. It's in the middle of the lake, right? They have created a small land, like island, in the middle of the lake, and on that island, they built the 𝗃𝗏𝗃, and we have a small bridge that connect with the mainland. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a huge task to bring those metals and the stones and cement and everything to the island. So everybody work hard. They are working hard, and not only Swamin Wahanse's, 𝗗𝗏𝗃𝗁 Mahathya's, and there are some people who volunteer. People from different countries, they came here, and they are volunteering. So anyway, if you have a holiday, like 1 month, if you can spend, come. We have a lot of things to do. You can earn a lot of merits by spending time here. So many people here, they do involve in merit, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I can see everybody sacrificed their life, everybody sacrificed their time and their effort to understand the Dhamma. That's what I want you to do. If you don't understand the Dhamma, if you feel that this is so deep, now, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to involve in merits, more merits. Otherwise, I'm going forward. Right? I can't stay with you. I will explain what I realize. I will explain every day. I'm not explaining deeper things. I'm explaining the same Dhamma point, ladies and gentlemen. Every day it's same. I haven't explained something new. Throughout these talks now, I think almost 1.5 years that we started this session. Every day we explain the same thing. Now, since last May, I was explaining about, that candle flame. Every day I'm taking candle flame. I still remember the first sermon I gave in Sydney. That's the first sermon I gave in Sydney Buddhist Library in English. I used a candle and candle flame. That's in 2022 April, 23 April or May somewhere. Since that, every day we are discussing the same thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's because when you discuss the same thing again and again and again, that's the way that you can go deeper and deeper in your understanding. In order to realize something, you have to do the same thing again and again. That's what in the monastery, all the people, like every monks and anagaricas, they have specific duty. So plumbing team, every day they are doing in plumbing. They have plumbing works. The team in the kitchen, every day they are in the kitchen. The person who cook rice, every day he has to cook rice. I think once I explained here the grinding monk. Remember the story about the grinding monk? Every day the grinding monk has to grind. So that's how sasana in the ancient time, ladies and gentlemen, like back in 2,500 years ago, this is how people have realized the Dhamma. You have to do the same thing again and again and again and again. While you're doing, you can contemplate. I want you to do that. I know that you're working here and there. I know you're doing some like work for your living, right? You're doing same thing every day. Use that time to start contemplate. Ladies and gentlemen, don't give up. When you go to work, don't give up that, okay, I don't have time to contemplate. No, ladies and gentlemen, you need to make sure that every day when you work, spend some time to contemplate. It's not something that you don't have to stop any work that you do. You can try to find, you can, because what I found, right, ladies and gentlemen, now while we talk, while we discuss, while we do something, we can contemplate, right? You don't have to isolate from work and contemplate. That's why anything that we discuss here in the sermons, you can apply that understanding, that realization to whatever that activity that you involve in your day-to-day life. Ladies and gentlemen, Dhamma is not something that you go to jungle and contemplate and you enlighten, and after that you come back, come out from the jungle. No, that is the ancient. That is what the Hindus they in the other religions that they discuss something like that. But that is also not the same thing, ladies and gentlemen, because if they understand the reality, then this is the way. You don't have to go, you don't have to isolate yourself. You don't have to go to your jungle or isolate yourself. What you have to do is practice the path while you're working. You have to make sure that every day, day by day, your realization of Dhamma, the way, the how, the when you apply the Dhamma, you have to feel that it gets more clearer and clearer to apply the Dhamma while you work. That can be done by practicing. I want you to involve in. I want you to start doing think about what actually happens right now while you work. Because otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, you can become an 𝗘𝗃𝗏𝗧, right? After work. So after when you do the job, you are not enlightened. So after work, like when you come back to home, you can become an enlightened. And then when you go back to work, then you are not enlightened, then you are 𝗃𝗃𝗏𝗧, right? It won't, it doesn't work like that, right? So we have to make sure that every day, while you work, while you drive, while you drink, while you eat, right? When you're doing the things, your day-to-day life activities, you have to implement. You have to like integrate this understanding of Dhamma at the moment you spend your life at that moment. This works, ladies and gentlemen. It works. I'm telling you. Otherwise, you can't achieve this goal. You have to make sure that you practice the path. You have to make sure that you involve in understanding the Dhamma throughout the day, every day, consistently, without any break. That means actually, I ask you to not to be like open outpatient, right? So how outpatient department? No, OPD, outpatient department, right? Right? I want you to come to the hospital, get admitted. If you can't get admitted, ladies and gentlemen, but I want you to like make your home a hospital. So your home should be a mental hospital. Because your mind is sick, your mind is vexed, your mind has a problem. what you can do, you can make your home a mental hospital. Right? I want you to do that. Who is the chief? Who should be the chief doctor in that mental hospital? Buddha. You can put the Buddha statue in the home. You can paste a photo of Buddha, and then you can start offering things to the Buddha. These are the rituals. These are the medicines that for the mental illness that you have. That's why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, involve in merits. If you don't understand the Dhamma, involve in merits. You will understand. You will find the deeper meanings of this. So at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, I think you can remember that in Guru Hamdro's tour, we did an English retreat in Sydney, and that video is out. Now you can watch that video and rejoice the merits that everybody. There are a lot of people. I think some people came from Melbourne as well. So I think there were 30 to 40 people, participants in that Buddhist detox retreat. So this is something. These are the retreats that we introduce the Dhamma to the people. So you can rejoice that merits by watching that video. Can you see something?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you hear that sound?
Yes, ma'am.
Searching for a light through the darkness, waste no time, the journey has begun. Get on board quicker, hold the hands tighter, see upon the horizon, it's time to know.
You are the universe, you are the universe. You are the universe.
Feel the you know, see the you care, leave the you suffer, be the you are. You serve the know you are the universe.
Every single discussion and every single session that we've had in meditation has allowed me to stop, take stock, breathe, and think about who I am and why I'm here, and I think that's exactly what this is all about. And I certainly hope that when I leave this retreat, I bring just a small, if I can, taste of what has been given to me, and I can bring it into my life and help make a change.
Choose the place you belong, be the one, all perfect, the last chance, here for you. Searching for a light through the darkness, waste no time. Searching for a light through the darkness, waste no time, the journey has begun. Get on board quicker and hold the hands tighter, see upon the horizon, it's time to know.
You are the universe. You are the universe. You are the universe.
Take a step you once, choose the place you belong, be the one, all perfect, the last chance, here for you. searching for a light through the darkness, waste no time. Searching for a light through the darkness, waste no time.
I'm feeling good, and the entire process has been amazing. Thanks so very much for all our heroes, for our volunteers, and I'm grateful to all of them from the bottom of my heart for the wonderful way they have prepared the food, for the wonderful way they taught us how to be a part of the process, how to volunteer, and right from the kitchen to the dormitories to the cleanliness, the maintenance, everything is spick and span, and I've got to learn a lot about organization as well back at my home, the way I can see over here in the Ministry of Nirvana. And yeah, thanks to everyone. I'm grateful to be here, and I would be grateful to be back again. Thank you so much.
The journey has begun. Get on board quicker, hold the hands tighter. See upon the horizon, it's time to know.
You are the universe. You are the universe. You are the universe.
Number two, are you earth? Tell her find yourself where there's life. Pushing hard towards, searching for a light through the darkness, waste no time. The journey has begun. Get on board quicker, hold the hands tighter. See upon the horizon, it's time.
And what a brilliant weekend of exploring the true nature of reality, discussing with monks, talking to them, questioning them, listening to their answers, and really deeply exploring the way we choose to live our lives. What a fabulous weekend, and I wholeheartedly recommend it to anybody.
You are the universe. You are the universe. You are the universe.
Did you rejoice? Rejoice with the merits that people, for the first time in their life, they meet the Buddha, they meet the Mahasangha, they start this journey. You know, ladies and gentlemen, when you offer something to our alms bowl, this is what we feel. You are establishing the connection between Mahasangha and you. I know what will happen to you. When you offer something to me, I know what will happen to you, because you will end up here. It won't be in this time. Sometimes it won't be in this life. Maybe in next life. It doesn't matter. It will. Because that's the merits. That's the power. Because we are honest to our path. We are doing something honestly. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, day by day, I can see my teacher. I can see the teacher. Where is he taking me? He's showing us a path. Guru Hamdru, when you see Guru Hamdru, you can't see Guru Hamdru. You have to be Guru Hamdru to see Guru Hamdru. When you get closer and closer to the teacher, then you start to realize he is enjoying his life. The last Saturday sermon, yesterday I was listening to the sermon. He's telling that he never think this Dhamma. He never spent time to think what is the truth? What is the truth? He just come in front of us because everybody is involved in merits. Everybody is doing merits to their work socks off throughout their life to understand the Dhamma. So they sit in front of him, and when he opens his mouth, then the Dhamma comes through that radio. That's what happens. And he said yesterday, I don't want to spend my life by thinking the Dhamma. It's so like you have to invest your time to think about the Dhamma. He doesn't think. He said, I want to enjoy. I ordain not because that I want to explain Dhamma to you. I want to enjoy my life. Then he is telling that he is enjoying the life to the fullest. Ladies and gentlemen, when you eat something, this is the way that you can enjoy something you eat to the fullest. This is the way that you can enjoy something you eat to the fullest, to the maximum. Right now you can't enjoy because of the time, because of the past memories, because of you are thinking about, this is something I had before, may I have it in the future. You are thinking so many things while you eat. But our life is so enjoyable. I'm enjoying our life. We are enjoying our life. Every moment is very enjoyable moment. You can enjoy. See, this is the way, this is the platform we teach how to enjoy the life. Everybody should come here, ladies and gentlemen. If they know what we discuss here, everybody should come here. But very few people have the merit to understand the Dhamma. I want you to involve in merits. Think about the way that you can engage. So this is what have I done before, ladies and gentlemen. when I was in 2017, 2018 as a lay person, ladies and gentlemen, when I get my salary, the first portion of the salary, that means when I receive something to my account as a component salary, what I did, I allocate the first and foremost portion before I spending anything. I allocate small amount. I think I allocated $20 or something to another account, which that account is the Buddha Sasana's account. So we had two accounts. One is for day-to-day work. Sorry, three accounts: savings, my savings, and day-to-day work, and then the Buddha Sasana account. So I allocated some amount of money to the Buddha Sasana account, and whenever when we do merit works activities, like people, when we donate alms, when you give alms, when we donate things to the Swami Sasana, we donated from that first and foremost portion of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to live your life for the Sasana. You have to live your life to practice the path. That will happen when you reflect that, when you offer your first and foremost, when you allocate your first and foremost portion of your salary, right? That's the reason that you work, right? When you allocate first and foremost portions to the Sasana from your salary, that means that is the reason that you work. Because now you're working for the Sasana. You're not working for yourself, because you're the first and foremost portion of your salary, you're allocating to the Sasana. If you have 3 kids, if you have 2 kids, then, ladies and gentlemen, you have 3 kids. The eldest one is the Sasana. This is the way that you have to think. You had to give to the eldest, the most elder one, that's Sasana. The first and foremost to that foremost portion to that elder one. This is the way that you can get the connection, you can establish the connection, ladies and gentlemen. So involve in merits as much as possible. Involve in merits. That's very important thing in your life. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, so I think last time we discussed something, and then I don't know whether you got confused or anything, but we can discuss again. Yes. Let's discuss some Dhamma. Then we can understand you can use your merit that you have done throughout the week, and then after this you won't have any merits, isn't it? Because you listen to the Dhamma and then you involve in merits, right? Because when you listen to the Dhamma, you use your merits. If you can contemplate right now, then you can earn merits. So when you listen to the Dhamma, don't only listen, right? Try to think, try to reflect from your life. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, as we discussed before, this whole universe, in this moment, when you experience the universe, when you experience things, right? The things that you experience every day, day-to-day life, you have some understanding about what you experience. When you watch your laptop, when you look at something, when you see in the wall that in front of you, when if you look at the things that you have around the room, you can see so many things in the room. When you look at those things, ladies and gentlemen, you have some understanding about that thing. In your perception, each and every moment when you look at something, right, in your perception, so you have some judgment about that, whatever that the experience. The Buddha has explained, ladies and gentlemen, the way you experience the world is wrong. Buddha has showed us the way that you judge about the world is wrong. This is the key point that Buddha has revealed to this world. Because we can't, actually, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we are so destitute, we are so innocent and destitute, we don't have any idea of what goes around. Because whatever that we perceive it. The way we perceive it. We can't change our perception by ourselves. We have to always depend on someone's point of views, perspectives. Based on the perspectives that we can take from the externally, then we can change. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, you can't change. Only Buddha would be able to change by himself. The deeper perspective he had, that we all have, that is the ignorance. 𝗗𝗃𝗁, the wrong view. Right? Buddha had that ability to change by himself the wrong view to the right view. But we don't have that ability because we haven't sacrificed our life like Buddha's aspirant. We just spent our life to accumulate things for us. Buddha has spent through eons and eons sacrificing his life to achieve the Buddhahood. But I don't think us, like we, you and me and everybody, we are just ordinary people. So we have to clean our mind by taking the right view from the outside, by associating someone who understood, who realized the right view. So the perspective, we have to change the perspective, ladies and gentlemen. The way we see the world. So the key stanza, the key theory that explains what actually happens in the world is Hetum Paticca Sambhutam. Causes come together to manifest a thing. Every moment, every day, the things that you can see, you can touch, you can feel, you can perceive are manifestations, ladies and gentlemen. These are every single moment that you experience something, that's a moment of manifestation. Causes have to come together to generate that experience. Whatever that you experience it's something dependently originated. It's not something out there. You won't be able to find what you experience from anywhere. Because, ladies and gentlemen, any experience that you experience each and every day, that depends on so many factors, so many causes, billions of causes have to align in order to have that experience. Let's say you can see this 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺, right? The fan. You can see this 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺. In order to perceive this 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺, ladies and gentlemen, in order to perceive this experience right now, the experience you feel, the experience you get right now, right? It's not because of the 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺, because, ladies and gentlemen, whatever that the material that exists here, they don't have any agenda to become a 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺. Whatever the materials that exist here, they have no agenda, they have no idea that they are a 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺. Think about this. I want you to reflect. Think about that. This, whatever the arm and the palm leaf. Is it palm leaves? I don't know. Huh? Palm leaves? Yes, palm leaf. Palm, right? Palm leaves. Yes, this is made out of palm leaf, and these threads. They have no idea that they are. It is a thread. This is a palm leaf. Do you think palm leaves knows that this is a palm leaf? Do you think that this wooden piece, it has an idea that this is a wooden piece? This is made out of wood. I am a wood. None of these materials, none of these electrons, protons, neutrons that exist in this arrangement has an idea that they are making 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺. It's our mind has given a meaning, ladies and gentlemen. It's our mind has given a meaningful meaning, because you have an idea. This world is me. This world has a meaning. We are the one who gave these names and objectified this world. It's our mind. It's not. You can't say it's our mind. It's you, because you are your mind. What else? That's why you think your life is very meaningful life, isn't it? You think you are doing very meaningful work every day. From morning to night, you are doing a very meaningful work, something worth, something meaningful. Ladies and gentlemen, this 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺 doesn't have any idea. This 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺 is a 𝗬𝗏𝗺𝗺. These are just causes coming to contact in different arrangement and aggregation. It's the same causes are there. There's no true difference between here and here, even though you call it this is palm leaf and this is a metal piece, this is the wooden piece. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no true difference between this and this. Because you have named differently, because you feel it, you sense a difference. You have named this differently because mind experience a difference. But in the reality, what it truly happens here, in the outside world, outside the mind, these electrons, protons, neutrons have no idea that these electrons, protons are in a wooden piece, and they have no idea that they are in a palm leaves and wooden piece. Think about this, ladies. There's no difference between carbon's electrons and hydrogen's electrons. Everywhere you can see identical. It's the same. Everywhere you can see same energy. You know that when we say arrange in a different way, Ladies and gentlemen, that is also wrong. Nothing has arranged here. Nothing has fixed. Nothing is fixed here. There's no fixed entity exist here. If we show you that, remember this? This was dynamic, right? Remember that the video that the free energy comes in, that aggregated energy goes out. There's always there's a fluctuation. There's always free energy comes in, aggregated energy, and free energy becomes aggregated energy, aggregated energy becomes free energy. There's an equilibrium. Always there's an equilibrium. In the middle, nothing is made. All the time you will find that it's something, it looks like something, ladies and gentlemen, but it has never become something. In the middle also you will see the energy. Energy cannot become a new thing. It's the same energy. So when you look at in the middle, you can see this is the electron. Let's say this part is the electron. Actually, you can't say it's an electron because you can't say it is, because it's not something fixed. Every moment it always producing, becoming and unbecoming. Every moment it is always in production. Nothing has ever created. The electron, you can't say this is that electron. You can't say this is that electron, because not in a single moment, not in a nanosecond, you can't isolate that this is that electron, because it's always in production. Next time I'll make sure that I have that video. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. If that is the electron, it's always in production, it's always manifestation. You know, the manifestation means that nothing has, that the manifestation means the manifestation hasn't produced. It's not something there, it's not something fixed, it's not something created. It's all energy. Now, if that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, that electron, that means electron, is it something dead or living? Is it something always in production, always, you know, that living means, does this make sense? Live. It's live. It's not something dead. The electron, I mean, this is not something I explain, ladies and gentlemen. You can go and find the QFT, quantum field theory. They discuss that electron is an excitation of energy field. If electron is an excitation has to be excite each and every moment. Otherwise, how can there's an electron? Excitation. Okay, one excitation. What happened to the electron then? If electron is an excitation has to be there constantly. Because when you look at this, do you see switch on and switch off? No, it's there, right? Constantly it's there. So that means whatever the material that you experience right now, ladies and gentlemen, you can't say it is there, because this is live. This is live in action. See, it's in action. It's acting. You know, these things act like a 𝗓𝗊𝗪. They're acting. Do you understand that acting? What is this? A water bottle. Is it dead? Is this water bottle is dead? Now reflect, contemplate with me. Is this dead? Ladies and gentlemen, this is an aggregation of all these electrons. If electron is like that, ladies and gentlemen, bunch of electrons, bunch of protons and neutrons, everything comes together. This is an aggregation. If this is an aggregation, is it something dead, something fixed, or is it something live in action? It's always in production. So this is always in production. So you can't actually truly say this is a bottle. You can't truly say this is something fixed, this is something done. Do you understand my point? You can't truly say this is something fixed, this is something done. So when you say this is a bottle, are you truly talking about the truth, or this is the fake truth? I mean, do you feel there's a bottle? Do you understand my point? Wake up if you're sleeping. Do you understand my point? Is this a bottle? Is there a bottle? One bottle? No, this is life. This is life in action. This is acting. This is acting as a bottle. This means that this is not this, ladies and gentlemen. Because why? If always energy in production, energy is aggregating, ladies and gentlemen, in a particular moment, you can't isolate and say this is that bottle. Because it is always being produced, it's always being produced, it's always in production. Becoming and unbecoming. Because of the becoming and unbecoming, because of this equilibrium, ladies and gentlemen, dynamic equilibrium, because of that, we can't see that dynamic equilibrium. That's because our mind is taking snapshots. Our mind is taking snapshots and perceiving it. Because of that, whatever the image that appear in your mind always looks like fixed. That's why you can't see that becoming and unbecoming. Do you see any living things here, or you see only the fixed thing? You see fixedness. But ladies and gentlemen, when you zoom into your cells, when you zoom into your cells, then you will find what? Your cells are actually, they are not fixed, even though it looks like fixed. In the cell, inside a cell, if you have learned biology, inside a cell, all the molecules in the cell, it's going here and there. It's a factory. You know, inside a cell, you have rail systems. There are motors, there are trains that takes all these molecules throughout the cell. If you have studied molecular biology, I mean, you understand, you know that what I'm talking about. Inside the cell, you have rail system that transport things here and there. And you don't think that cell inside the cell, it's like freedom is there. No, there's no free. Nothing is free. Everything is in a matrix. Everything is locked in that positions. Everywhere you can see the rail system is taking things go here and there. Ladies and gentlemen, now that cell is living, isn't it? Because cell is always in production, cell is always doing something. Right now, if you take one cell out of your body, that cell is not dead, because that cell is always in production, always in active action. The components in the cells are in action. How about this? This is also same. Everywhere you can see things actually, they are living things. You can't isolate, you can't say that this is something done, this is something fixed, this is something completed. Nothing is there completed, ladies and gentlemen. Everywhere you can see fixedness, fix. Everywhere you can see fix or dynamic equilibrium. Looks like fix. Ladies and gentlemen, now think about all the things that you can't say this is a bottle, because that bottle has never become a bottle. This has never become a bottle. This is always becoming and unbecoming. So you can't say this is one bottle, this is the same bottle. You can't actually precisely say, I touch the bottle. That's why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this goes beyond the way you understand. Always in production. That's the word is a manifestation. The best word is manifestation. Whatever that you experience right now is a manifestation. These are manifestation moments. Every moment is a manifestation. They are manifested moments. So you can't, when you go in front of in front of a mirror, when you look at yourself, are you looking at yourself? Is there you out there in that mirror? Or that's a manifestation. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a manifestation. That's the manifestation. Everywhere you can see, outside the mind, ladies and gentlemen, outside the mind, including your body, including the whole universe, nothing has ever produced. Nothing, there's no thing that completed. Something done, something completed. Actually, you can say there are no products. There are always energy fluctuations. The whole world is living. The tree is living. The tree is life. Bottle is life. Whatever the things that you brought to your home, they are living beings. I don't know whether you get confused with. I don't mean that they are living beings means they have consciousness. I'm talking about the nature of them. The nothing has ever produced. They are beings. Try to see through this lens. Reflect. I mean, the whole week. Allocate your week and try to reflect about this. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you need to come back to senses, because you are dealing with objects. What I'm telling you is that there are no objects in this world. There are no subjects. There are no objects in this world, ladies and gentlemen. Objects are elusive. The object is what you think, what you feel, it's a wrong perception you have. Nothing can be objectified. Nothing can be fixed. There are no individuate. That's the word that we learn when we write the article. You can't. The mind individuates. The reality. You feel there are individual objects, but in reality, there's no true objects exist. They are not dead. Everything around the world, everything around you, they are not dead. They are alive. Do you understand? They are alive. Not your wife, not your husband. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody means all the bodies. Bodies means aggregations that you can see around the world. They are not done. They are always in production. So if you take a bottle from here to here, are you taking the same bottle from here to here? Because this has never become, and this has never become, this has never become, this has never become, this has never become. If that is the case, you say that you have taken this bottle to here. You can't come out of that thinking, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm asking, you have projected the meaning for that action, isn't it? You think that you have done something worth by keeping bottle here to here. See, I have done something. I did something. Yes, wonderful. You did something. But the thing is, have you done anything? What you have done is changing the energy fluctuations. Now there's a fluctuation here. When you move, what happens? The energy fluctuation changes. It changes the energy fluctuations. Actually, then now if you can reflect through this, you will see the reality out there is chaos. There's nothing is there. I mean, it doesn't mean that there's nothing means there's no nothing, nothing, but there's no thing. Entities exist. Everywhere you can see living beings. When you walk, when you see the road, you can say, hello, dear living being. You can call it living being. This is living road. This is living stones. You can see living lakes. This is what I can see in the monastery. Concrete roads, lakes, and forest. Everywhere you can see living things. Living things means that electrons, protons, neutrons, they are actually always in production, because our mind is taking snapshots. You can't experience it. Each and every moment, the mind is taking snapshots of that process, because mind is also a process. Because of that, mind is always taking snapshots. As a result of that, mind can't realize the reality. That's why you said, I'm looking at the same water bottle. No, you are not looking at the same water bottle right now. There's a bottling effect. Your experience is always in production, generating. That's why right now, what happened to the bottle that you have seen? The question I ask is wrong. Do you make sense? Does it make sense? The question I ask is wrong. What happened to the bottle that you saw? Can you see a bottle? No, Swami answer. Your question is wrong. I didn't see a bottle. Then what happened to you? You didn't experience a bottle? Yes, you experience. That is an experience. That experience is an experience. It's not an object. See, does it make sense? That experience is an experience, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an object. Everywhere you can see experience. When you see things, ladies and gentlemen, try to reflect the reality as it is. You are experiencing. You are not actually, you're seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, thinking. These are the processes in the mind. These processes are continuously generating the minding moments. These minding moments are snapshots of the reality. It's not the reality. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, nothing that these, that if we ask from this energy, okay, if that dynamic equilibrium is there, think about this, if that dynamic equilibrium is there, right, the bottle is dynamic in dynamic equilibrium. How about my hand? That is also dynamic equilibrium. Now think, if that is the case, can we say my hand is separated entity from the bottle? Because when I touch it, right, what happens? The energy that releases from the bottle is becoming my hand, and energy that releases from the hand becoming the bottle. Is it two different things or the one system now? Ladies and gentlemen, now if these are one system, how about the entire world? Entire world is one system. When we go deeper and deeper, you will understand, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at someone, when someone does something, right? You say, that person did that thing. No, ladies and gentlemen. It's your experience. It's not that person's activity. When you see someone is eating, it's you are the one who eats. Shall we do the merit
Yes,
transfer?
sir. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the merit transfer. Let us take a moment to transfer the merits we all have acquired by making offerings to the infinite virtues of the Noble 𝗘𝗃𝗁, participating in the Buddha Puja, offering alms, listening to the Dhamma, and engaging various meritorious deeds today. First and foremost, let us transfer these merits to Guru Theru and all other monks resident at our monastery, Anagarikas, Anagarikas, as well as bhikkhunis, bhikkhus, and bhikkhunis, upasakas, upasikas from all around the world. Let us also transfer these merits to our devotees, friends of the monastery who, for the sake of merits, continue to sustain the Mahasangha. Let us also take a moment to transfer the merits to our family members, friends, and acquaintances, employers and employees, and to all those who have helped us, supported us, and assisted us in any way, shape, or form. May through the power of these merits, they abstain from the unmeritorious deeds, and they fulfill in the meritorious deeds, fulfill the noble eightfold path, and attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let us take a moment to transfer the merits to the Devas, Brahmas, spirits, and demons, primarily the Sakadeva, and all the numerous gods and deities committed to protecting fulfilling the Sambhuddha Sasana. Let us also transfer merits to our guardian deities who watched over us, kept out of harm,